What's up, good people? Retrospective Dave here, and today's episode of Guided Laces features the Maison Château Rouge Air Jordan 2. Guided Laces is not a sneaker review, but serves the purpose of helping sneakerheads authenticate their kicks if there is any suspicion that the shoe is a replica or a fake. Keep in mind that this is only a guide to authenticity, as retail sneakers can and will vary from pair to pair. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into the shoe. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is check the number of hole punctures that you have on the tongue. Right here. So it appears to be 17, but when you pull this shoestring back, you'll see the other 3 here. So you should have a total of 20 hole punctures on the middle of the tongue. Also notice the difference in the lacing system. So on the left, I have the social status 2s. And if you pull the eyelets back, there are no hole punctures. But if you pull the eyelets back on the Château Rouge Air Jordan 2, you will see those extra punctures right there where the laces go. So if you look at the last 4 lace loops, they will have a metallic finish, and the very first lace loop has a metallic finish as well. Also be sure to check your midsole, as it has a glossy finish to it, and if you flip the shoe on the bottom side, it also has a glossy finish where the Nike branding is. And the very last part of the shoe that has a glossy finish are the white pinstripes that are found here on this portion of the shoe. Alright, as for the nubuck material on this shoe, it is extremely short. So that means that if you take your finger and you rub it across the material, you're really not going to see any changes in the material. It's very subtle though. If you do see any changes, it's extremely subtle. Also notice the differences in the shades of yellow. So right here on the Jordan Wings logo, it's a darker yellow than the piping that you see going around the shoe. All right, folks, moving on to the sizing tag. So my dates are October 6, 2021 to February 10th, 2022. Keep in mind that all shoes were not made nor were they finished on the same day. So you're not going to have the exact same dates that you see on the screen, but they should be all in the same ballpark. If you direct your attention to the serial number that's underneath the CN where it says 04, your left shoe and your right shoe are going to vary. So like each shoe is going to have a different serial number right here. So mine, both of them start off with 04. Yours may start off with 01. I have seen some differences there with retail pairs, but as far as your left and your right shoe go, you should not have the same serial number at all. Also, last but not least, this shoe was made in Vietnam. All right, folks, if you take a look at the material that's on the inside of the shoe, this brown part is more of a neoprene silk material, but then it gets cut off here where it turns into more of a nylon white material. Also, the material on the tongue, it goes all the way down and then stops right here, right before the toe cap, and then it turns into that white nylon material that we saw here on the side of the shoe. All right, folks, taking a deeper look at the inside of the shoe, we do have like a woven footbed. So this is a die-cut sock liner shoe. So when you take the insole out, if you can take it out, because usually die-cut sock liner shoes, the insole is glued to the shoe. So just be careful taking that insole out so that you don't rip it. But this is what it looks like underneath the insole. All right, I also want to make this clear too that the Jumpman that you see here is actually part of the insole itself. So it's not a painted on Jumpman. It actually feels the same as the rest of the insole does. All right, folks, when you take your shoes out of the bag, you will notice that the shoestrings are hanging from the very top of the right shoe. You'll also notice that the bag is not really snug. It's a nice sized bag, and the shoestrings are not rolled up. They're more so folded into the bag. Also notice that the yellow shoestrings are closer to the yellow that you see on the tongue and is a lot darker than the yellow that you see that's going around the piping of the shoe. Oh, and speaking of shades of yellow, I forgot to say this. The yellow that's on the insole does match the yellow piping. So this is the same shade of yellow as the yellow that you see on the piping of the shoe. All right, folks, as we move on to the design of the box, if you look at the scarification design that's down here on the bottom, you can actually feel the markings. So it's not like it's part of the box where it's just smooth, but you can actually feel the textures and the lines on the shoebox. All right, when you flip the box over, this is what you will see. This side of the box, there are no stickers or stamps here, so this is all part of the box. All right, folks, this detail is very important when it comes to authenticating the box itself. So this Maison Château Rouge logo here, there's gonna be a transparent box that's bordering that. And it's a lot darker than the rest of the shoe. Unfortunately, my camera can't pick it up, I guess because of the transparency of it, but if you have the box in hand, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. And this section is a lot darker than the rest of it. So you'll be able to see it if you have the shoe in hand. All right, folks, last but not least, we're gonna take a look at the shoe paper on the inside of the box. So you're gonna have 2 different types of paper. You're gonna have the paper with all the artwork on it, and then you're gonna have the basic white paper as well. As far as the texture of the paper goes, the one with all the artwork is going to feel the same on both sides. It's going to be smooth on both sides, like a wax feel. The white paper is going to be smooth on one side and it's going to be dry on the other. As far as the stickers and stamps on the inside of the box, you won't have any serial numbers or stamps on the inside of the box. So there's not going to be any YDM stickers. There's not going to be any serial stamps or nothing like that. So if you see that, that's definitely a red flag. All right, folks, so that'll do it for today's episode of Guided Laces on the Air Jordan 2 Maison Château Rouge. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful to you if you were using it to authenticate your pair. This is definitely one of my favorite shoes of 2022, and I just want to know what you all think about it in the comment section down below. I'm definitely going to do a video breaking down the concept behind the shoe because I definitely feel like it deserves that. So please stay tuned for that. Until then, stay fresh, blessed, and free of stress. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.